Let's move on to this now. The pressure continues to mount on Health Minister Dr. Zweli Mkhize and President Cyril Ramaphosa for action over the Digital Vibes scandal. It was first reported by the daily Maverick's Scorpio. Digital Vibes is said to have benefited 100 million rand from the contract that was given by the Health Department. Mkhize has denied that he benefited from the multi-million rand contract. At the same time, the Special Investigating Unit is probing the tender. Joining me now is the Health Portfolio Committee Chairperson, Dr. Sibongiseni Dhlomo. Dr. Dhlomo, thank you so much for making time. So the contract was irregular. The tender bidding process was in contravention of the PFMA. There was lack of disclosure of conflict of interest. These are some of the findings of this internal forensic investigation. How are you responding as the Health Department, as the Health Committee in Parliament?
No, we are taking this matter in this following way. There's a Portfolio Committee member who asked this question on the Minister about 3 to 4 weeks ago. And the Minister responded by saying there are allegations that are being investigated. He is going to cooperate with the investigations. And once the report has actually been completed, we will also be finished. Now, that report you are making reference to, we are awaiting it. But maybe getting it piecemeal may not assist, because you are also aware that the SIU is making its own investigation. So we are taking a position that will await investigative processes to be completed and look into the reports. Only then we'll be able to comment or then give our view collectively.
But there is an investigation that's been concluded, Dr. Dhlomo, the forensic investigation. I mean, when you spoke to the Health Minister initially, you called for an investigation. The Health Department went back. They did this investigation. They've come back to you now. Here's a forensic investigation that says there was lack of disclosure in terms of the conflict of interest. There's overwhelming evidence as well coming from the work that the Daily Maverick has done. The minister claimed he's never benefited personally, but the Daily Maverick has come to say his son has received about 300,000 rand. A property that his family owns has also received money from Digital Vibes. How is that overwhelming evidence not really necessitating that the minister steps aside pending the finalization of the investigation by the SIU?
What we are reading in that document you have is not what we have as a portfolio committee. We will await that report. But I'm saying to you, our approach is that we will await all other investigative processes that are taking place. And maybe we could then not work piecemeal and get that comprehensively. There is another report that will be finished by the SIU. Your approach will be, don't wait for that report, move ahead and do whatever and say something else. We are not taking that view. We are saying we'll await all other reports, and then even the one we are making, we are quoting, we don't have it yet. The minister released a statement last week. So that report of the completed work that was probing, that report we still have to get.
Why have you not asked for it? Why have you not asked for it? You are the Portfolio Committee on Health in Parliament. Your job is to ensure that there's oversight over the executive and hold them accountable. When there's such a scathing report that is released by the Health Department, and it really shows how money has been looted, quite frankly, by this company that was irregularly appointed. Why have you not requested for that report as the Health Department?
I'm saying your approach will be different to mine and to us. We will be awaiting all other reports. This is just part one of the report.
But you haven't requested for it, Dr. Dhlomo. Why haven't you requested for the forensic report that was released last week by the department?
No, I did not say that. I did not say that. All I'm saying that all other reports will also be finished in the report to us. We are busy with other processes in the parliamentary work. We are dealing with the NHI public hearings. The report will come. It will come and wait for other reports that are being investigated. So all I'm saying that your approach will be get a report, act on it. Our approach is different. We'll get a report, wait for the other reports that are doing the investigations. Only then we look into all reports combined. Okay.
So one of the things that we're concerning, Dr. Dhlomo, about that report that the Health Minister spoke to, and it was confirmed by the Health Minister, through that briefing and the Director General is that there was no need for Digital Vibes to be contracted. It's a communications company. It was contracted, really, the 150 million rand that it got paid. It was to do the work that the health department had capacity to do. Now, my understanding is that as Parliament and as the Committee of Parliament, you were aware in June last year already that the Department of Health had paid Digital Vibes millions of rand for this media strategy campaign and for their work to conduct interviews. Did you know about Digital Vibes last year and it working with the Department of Health?
No, we are not aware. We were made aware late, about 2 months ago. But there was always that there's something that, but all I'm saying to you is that all that we are asking for, that report we are making reference to, we don't have it yet. We have asked for it, it's not coming in, it has not come as yet, but we are not going to rush to deal with it until we get the other reports that are coming through. So I'm not going to discuss that report, which I don't have it here in front of me as yet, because we will get it. And once we get it, we will inform you. We have a report. We have all collectively looked at it as a portfolio committee, and this is our response on it.
And as the portfolio committee, you're okay with the Minister, Dr. Zweli Mkhize, continuing, even though there's overwhelming evidence that his close associates benefited from this contract that was irregularly appointed. He confirmed himself that the people who are running this company are his comrades. You are comfortable as the portfolio committee in Parliament with him continuing, seeing that he's an implicated party here?
We're waiting for other reports that we are going to look into it collectively with the report that we are making reference to.
Yeah, but I'm asking, are you comfortable? This report I'm making reference to has already made public through that briefing last week, Mr. Dhlomo. I'm asking, as the portfolio committee, are you saying it's okay and you're comfortable with the health minister being implicated in the manner that he has been to continue and not step aside while the other investigations continue? With the information you have that was made public last week, are you comfortable with him continuing in that portfolio?
We have taken a position that will await the report that is outstanding, and then we look into all reports collectively. We will not deal with the report that we are making reference to piecemeal and leave other reports. So while we are concerned that there are reports that have come in about the minister, but we are not really completing the story until we have seen all reports. And that is what I am actually raising with you.
So when the SIU, basically you'll wait for the SIU report. When they release that, that's when you'll be making a determination as the portfolio committee on what your approach is going to be. And you'll call the minister to account.
Yeah, because that report that you also are making reference to is one thing to receive it, but another thing to then take the minister through it. Because we receive reports, but we still have to engage whoever is actually has written the report or the report is written about. So that part is not actually have been dealt with by the portfolio committee. So it is even premature to say what is the portfolio's view when we have also not really seen the report that we are making reference to. The report that is out there, that is coming into us, is a report that will get our attention at a particular time, together with other reports. Then we'll deal with it at that level.
Yeah, I just think, and thank you so much for your time, Dr. Dhlomo, I just think it's quite shocking that as the Portfolio Committee on Health, you still have not had sight of this report that is so scathing. 90 million rand, in fact 150 million rand, has basically been stolen by the comrades of Minister Dr. Zweli Mkhize. And as the Portfolio Committee of Health in Parliament, whose responsibility is to hold the minister accountable, you are saying to me over the last 7 days or 8 days or so, you still haven't set sight of that report and you can't make a determination. But I really appreciate you coming through and giving us your view. That's Dr. Sibongiseni Dhlomo.
No, it's because you want...
Yes, go ahead.
We'll await all reports. We will await all reports. That is a view we are taking. It's different than the way that you are looking at it. So why don't we agree that we disagree on that point? Our approach is that we'll get all reports, look into it. You are saying, get one report, deal with it, then that's it. We are saying, no, we won't deal that way. We'll wait for all reports, then we will finish the discussions at that level.
All right, and we'll talk to you.
And that's different. That's a different view that you hold, and that's fine with that.
Yeah, and it's okay. I think the viewers will decide for themselves, Dr. Dhlomo. Thank you so much for coming through. Really appreciate your time. Dr. Sibongiseni Dhlomo is the Portfolio Committee Chair, the Portfolio Committee of Health in Parliament.